Backboard. Good afternoon, guys. As you see in the beginning of the video, it's something wrong with Magnus. The fact is that I have a switch out hip joint. It's now 7 days and since surgery, and I'm allowed to walk with two, what do you call it? What is Crocs? I think it is Crocs. Doesn't matter, you know what I'm talking about. Today I was thinking I should talk about a subject about folding knives as a survival knife instead of where you don't cover the camera. Folding knives instead of fixed blade for in a survival kind of scenario thinking. So I have for many years I have my eyes on one particular knife that I always have thought it's very much too much expensive, and here in Sweden it's double the price from the USA. But on my 49th birthday my beautiful girlfriend bought it for me and I still today think it's too expensive. In Sweden, 2,875 crowns. That's a lot of money. I think it's around $400, and here it is. But before we start talking about this knife and how I carry it, we want to talk about some other knives that also can be in this category, strong folding knives. Before we continue, I'm going to show you how I carry it. A Benchmade here in a Gerber pouch because I don't like the original, and a Victorious Hercules. Very good combination. Okay, shall we look at some knives then and my philosophy of this? Because you know I'm a big fan of Gerber Prodigy, and I still am, and I'm going to use it in the future very much. But you maybe don't know that I have always preferred folding knives. Always a folding knife, because a fixed blade for me is something I don't really know how to say in English. A knife that you must have to do some work, but you really don't like to carry it. It's a must, a bad must. In Swedish, nödvändigt ont. I don't know how to say that in English.
Necessary.
Necessarily bad, good. Anyway, you understand. Come a little bit closer here. And my philosophy of this was to use a really strong folding knife combo with a multi-tool. You can use a Leatherman or a Gerber multi-tool, but I prefer to use Victorious as a multi-tool. And this is an Atlas. Not an Atlas, this is an Hercules. I'm not going to go into details on it because you already know that what it got. Very good folding knife. And of course this knife then, a super strong folding knife. And a friend of mine, Michael Travis, had told me a friend of him had a platoon with this knife, and today we're going to try that. And this knife is not new. I think it's come out 2008, so I guess many, but you don't see a lot of review on YouTube on it. Anyway, we're going to compare the blade. You know, here is my favorite Prodigy, a little bit modified. And look here, the blade is almost the same design, just the sizes that are different. And to understand, because this knife is not so popular as many others, to understand how big it is, we're going to take a very popular knife here and compare with that SE3. The blade size is, I think it's exactly the same. The handle is bigger here. And here we have more knife. For a combo with this, you maybe don't want to carry such a big multi-tool, you must maybe want to carry this one, a rucksack, very slim and very nice with 4 nukes. Or this one, that Rendy grip, a big knife of course, but very good for the bush. And here you have also 2 more knives that are good for the bush. And also one more super strong folding knife, that Cold Steel Recon 1. But in this case I think you should use the non-serrated blade, because Cold Steel, they are very sharp and effective. But when they are dull, they are dull. They are very hard to sharpen up. And I have tried. So, should we do some testing with that Benchmade, the blade of today? I'm gonna use my little pouch here with stuff. I'm gonna use one big ferro rod and one small, super small, so you see that to have a stone as surface maybe is not the best when you batoon, because you can damage your blade pretty much. It's not the best, but for me it's best to stand up from my hip, and I'm gonna be careful. Should we do some small knife work that you may be forced to do in the woods? Then first we can scrape off some fat wood here. You can come a little bit closer. And I'm going to use spine. The spine on this knife is very good from factory. I have sharpened up a little bit with the diamond stone, just because I'm picky. Come closer here so you can see how good scrapings I got from the spine. And now if I should crash the blade down into the rock, it doesn't matter. That was pretty easy. Now we should try that fire steel. Very good, very easy. I'm gonna also try that tiny ferro rod. I'm gonna scrape some more here. You see that oil here? Very stick. A lot harder to work with, but it's okay. So I put that in my pocket so I don't lose it. Okay, now it's time for heavy duty stuff. Batoon with the folder. I have batoon with the folder before. I have, but then I have opened it up like this on my Gerber Gator. And I have batoon. I don't think I have that knife with me. And Benchmade by Heckling Koch by Benchmade. But I think that knife is at home. Doesn't matter. It's a much smaller knife than this, but it have the same axis lock. And by the way, the steel on this knife is D2, semi-stainless, they say. I don't know a lot about steels. Should be batoon then. I don't have a clue what kind of wood this is. Not asp. Oh. No problem. No problem at all. And then we can try some feather sticks. Don't push the blade. I want to show you something. I have shown you before. When to do feather sticks, the serrations are better if you do it with the right hand. Many people say that right hand is no good with serration. That's not true. It's like to use an osthyvel, a cheesehyvel. I don't know what they call it in English. And some, you can do some. All over the rock. We'll try if this is dry enough. Yes. So, I really don't know what more to do and say about the knife, because this is not really a review. This is just one of my first tests with the knife, and so far I like it a lot. I have removed that clip because I want to carry it in a sheath, and the clip, if you use a knife very hard, it's going to be a hard spot. I don't like that. I understand why people like Benchmade, because that joint here is super smooth. Benchmade Adamas, my new project for a while. Out.